I did want to see this just because I do like the Warhammer concepts, and I liked when we played Warhammer, you guys were talking about it. But yeah, this could be like a fun, get a piece of popcorn, sit down, mounch. I kind of want to know. I like watching the gaming videos. I don't remember though. I do want to ask this ahead of time. Do the Warhammer things, you guys can paint, there's like little figures, right? I've always wanted to go to a figure painting class. I used to cosplay a lot and I would paint all my cosplays and I really, really, really love that. I think painting the figures could be so fun. Okay, anyway, let's see what this is. I want to know more about Warhammer. Everybody take out your notes. I think this is for learning, okay? Everybody come on in. Welcome to Bricky's class. Let's try our best. I'm hoping as a trash TV enjoyer that there is a lot of drama. I hope there's a lot of interpersonal drama in Warhammer.
To the people on the internet, the time has come. The reckoning begins. Your boy got himself
Booba Cup! I've always wanted a Booba Cup.
A Shaker Cup.
Yay! Oh, good song choice too. Oh.
After many months of shilling gamer subs like mad, my favorite thing to do, we have ourselves a goddamn Shaker Cup. It's here, the official Bricky waifu Shaker Cup. Do you see the gal on here? If it's not great at focusing, I'm sure there'll be a thing in the background. Skater, put a thing in the background. Long white hair, absolutely. A bit more toned.
I love white hair.
Obviously, bikini, hit it. Legally distinct mark on the face. Of course, she wants you to do the diddle thing, maybe, but most likely to serve in a glorious army. Legally distinct, I think so.
This is why they should start putting anime pinups on the side of like airplanes for war. I think it would do a lot for morale.
Oh, the Bricky Shaker Cup is available now, and you should get it while it is hot. But if you're thinking, Bricky, what should I put in this? Well, how about my top 10 favorite gamer subs flavors from number 1 to number 10, all of them incredible but listed regardless, and an addendum for those that are caffeine free. This Shaker Cup is available now in the description of this video. You may use code Bricky as well at checkout to get a discount on your order. A massive amount of profits goes to yours truly, and a huge thank you to gamer subs for sponsoring and for getting me this beautiful cup. Go out there and get it. I'm gonna take one more sip for the—
Oh wait, he has his own flavor now? I think the way they do it is like if you get enough sales you can get a cup, and then I think after the cup you can get your own flavor if you have enough sales. So that's really cool that he got a flavor. That's awesome for him.
Camera, slow it down, throw some sexy music in there, and I'll see you guys soon.
Yeah, it's 8K cups and you get a flavor. I like the blowhole one. Damn, he chugging.
Hello everybody, my name is Bricky, currently stuck in the walls of the most prodigious school in the Imperium by punishment for falling asleep during class.
Oh no.
God bless the skull of Virginium. Many of you have come across my Every Faction Explained video.
Oh, there's another one?
Thank you. Secondly, we are here to dig a—
Wait, is it bad that I didn't do my homework? I thought this was my homework. Uh-oh. Wait, did I just go to the test? I meant to do the pop quiz first.
A little deeper. Space Marines are the quintessential poster boys of Warhammer 40,000.
Oh yeah,
when people think 40K, they think Space Marines. But there are many types of Space Marines, formed from 20 separate legions. We are going to rattle them off in order and give you a quick rundown of each one. A disclaimer, like in my Every Faction Explained video, this is a mix of accuracy and memes. If I say the Salamanders Legion specializes in hugging children and petting puppies, they aren't exactly doing that, mostly. I would like to pet this creature. But you can infer that they care about civilians and are a bit kinder than the average Space Marine. A Space Marine being a genetically modified super soldier that's had 1 million new and terrifying organs shoved into them, refrigerators strapped to their body.
Wait, so they're like human mechs, I guess? I always love the design because I love big blob design. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I love when characters have big hand and big shoes, and I think they did it really good. And
are so far above the average human that they are referred to as demigods instead. Each Space Marine has a father, unlike you, a prime.
Why are you Naru.
Mark, which is basically an even bigger space marine that was forged in a lab by the god emperor of mankind, that gigantic golden dude you see everywhere, who is both the leader and now the martyr of humanity. The Primarchs are his 20 sons, built in a lab, who lead 20 legions of space marines, who are their sons, not from a lab, but rather a dissection table, giving them the powers and skills of their associated Primarch via a gene seed, a special organ carrying the genetic makeup of their Primarch and, you know, their seed. So if Jagatai Khan of the White Scars has the genetic makeup that wants him to go really, really fast, then his sons, the Space Marines, also want to go really, really fast. I should note that I am only referring to the legions this time around. If you're interested in sub-factions like, let's say, the Black Templars, then it's not going to be here. However, I do have a excellent Black Templar video. I'd argue it's probably the most accurate one I can think of. It goes through the whole lore, everything about them. It's a very long video, and I'll put it in the description. Just look up Black Templar video in the description. You'll get what you need. And now, with the easy explanation out of the way, let us begin with our first Legion.
Yay! Dark Angels. Oh, that sounds cool. I love like fantasy when good meets evil, but then like good and evil are kind of like a little bit of the same. I think that's really cool.
Dark Angels. Allegiance, loyal. Primarch Lionel Johnson, a duelist, a knight, a real asshole, I'm not gonna lie. The single word descriptor, paranoid. The Dark Angels are our first legion, hailing from the death world known as Caliban. Their Primarch, Lionel Johnson, is what happens when you try to make the side profile Chad meme into a genuine character. He is a master tier duelist, a brilliant strategist, and an overall dick. There are few situations he isn't prepared for, and few fights he isn't ready to.
Maybe he just has a big ego. Is that what it is? He seems like he's just kind of egoed out of his mind.
Lead head on. This makes the Dark Angels have a very Knights of the Round Table vibe. They look like the Knights of old with these large suits of power armor, often donning robes and hoods. Their names also follow this. They have like Ezekiel, Azrael, Belial, Samuel, and so on. However, the common thing associated with Dark Angels are the Fallen, a part of their faction that turned traitor against the Imperium, and they are very heavily trying to expunge all knowledge of them from existence. Fallen? What Fallen? Never heard of any Fallen. Do you know about the Fallen? We're gonna take you away and mind probe you to make sure you have never heard of the Fallen. They definitely don't exist. And if they do exist, which they don't, we will find them even though they don't exist. They love their interrogations. They thrive in it.
Like
Lionel Johnson has a scorched earth policy sometimes, and it's given to his sons in force, which makes sense considering that when the Lion heard of a Chaos Primarch on a homeworld different Primarch, whose mom was there, he was like, let's nuke it. The Dark Angels are a special group where they formulate themselves into 3 different factions. The Deathwing Terminators, slow-moving, tough phalanx. The Raven Wing, fast jet bikes and flyers. And the Green Wing, which is your standard Marines. They are a jack of all trades, but not in the sense where they're good at everything, but rather they have a lot of things that are good at specific things. Like instead of 20 people that have a multi-tool, they instead have 20 people with gigantic power tools for for every job imaginable. If you like being suspicious about everyone and everything in your surroundings, but you also like to have a whole lot of deep knight type lore, run the Dark Angels. The One Piece.
So if you play the tabletop game, do you just pick like your favorite group of guys and then you make them go on an adventure together? I want to get into painting the figures just because I like to paint, but I guess you just pick like your favorite group and then you're like, that's me now, and then you just keep playing with them? Sure, dude. That's kind of cool. Many don't get along. Oh.
The One Piece is real!
Yay!
Our second Legion is a special one.
You need a firstborn child to sell to afford it. Do you think... actually, I don't know if this is controversial. You guys can tell me if it's controversial. Do you think people 3D print their own stuff now to save money? I mean, obviously you would have to own the 3D printer, but do you think people like print custom characters and stuff? That could probably bring the price down a little bit. I mean, not at first because it's an investment, but you could probably even find people on Etsy. Oh, yeah, I don't think the Games Workshop would like that because people are probably like making their own stuff and they lose out on the money. Yeah. Oh, but if you come into the store with it, they'll ban you? Oh, really? I guess maybe because it's like the company policy. Oh, okay. You printing is allowed, but only outside of competitions. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense because if it's a competition, it has to be like standardized, right? Like if somebody just shows up with like a 3-headed dragon, I would be like, okay, like what the hell does that do?
If you can see, yeah, the numbers all go to 11.
The Emperor's Children. Allegiance, traitor.
Wait, are they wearing pants? It's like when you see someone in public wearing skin tone clothes. I have to like look twice. What?
Primarch Fulgrim, a perfectionist, an artist, a sneaky snaky snake, and the single word descriptor, perfection. The Emperor's Children are all about the pursuit of perfection. Perfection
I like that,
in all
like
they
Jin.
do. Perfection in war, in artistry, and perfection in every other aspect of life. Their armor is a gleaming pink, purple, and gold. Their
like
ships
it, it's
have
slay.
spires of gorgeous marble and gold statues in their honor.
I kind of like this character dynamic. It's cool. It reminds me, you guys hate League of Legends, but like Jin, like everything can be perfect and like killing can be art. It's very cool.
Fulgrim is a man who believes the pursuit of perfection is the goal of all things. And I mean, look at him. Can you truly tell me that he is not perfect? The
Griffith
hair,
vibes.
the features. As Primarchs go, he is the one you look at, and if 40K had a guy that would give you the best sex you've ever had and never call you back, this is the fucking guy. Which is why this pursuit of decadence led them to the evils of chaos. Yes, Emperor's Children are our first Chaos Legion, and not just a normal one. One devoted to, you guessed it, Slaanesh, the prince.
Whoa, what the heck's going on here? I see why you all like Warhammer. It's all coming together.
Prince of pleasure, god of unspeakable
Pleasure
excess.
god.
The Emperor's Children in their pursuit are now horrifyingly mutated beings through Slaanesh's great will. They torture and maim to feel perfection through pain. They screech and attack with sonic weaponry for perfection through sound. And they slaughter, aiming for perfection in war. Fulgrim himself lost the battle against Slaanesh as a demon sword corrupted his mind and transformed him into the sexy man he was, into the sexy snake he is now. A demon Primarch, corrupted and bringing his legion's will by himself.
What would you call this art vibe? Like, I played a lot of Magic the Gathering Commander, and it has like the same art style as Magic the Gathering, like fantasy-esque, like grimdark. Yeah, this is really cool because I like that older style of art. It looks awesome. It's very cool.
As far as Emperor's Children go, they are some bad people. They do horrible things to anyone and everything. In fact, they're such trolls that their battle cry is for the Emperor, despite being horribly mutated and corrupted. If you've ever taken a little too much of a drug, or maybe the music at a concert was too loud and you didn't bring any earplugs, or whatever the reason,
I don't know if I've ever brought earplugs to a concert. I think I just kind of raw dogged it.
you just take all those things and you dial it, and you dial it, and you twist it, and the knob breaks. And that is the Emperor's Children.
Oh, okay. It's like too much of a good thing, in quotes, is still can be bad. So they just want everything to be perfect, but they're kind of going way too hard.
God is dead. God remains dead. And we have killed him.
The Iron Warriors. Allegiance, traitor. Primarch, Perturabo. The Iron Warriors. Allegiance, traitor. Primarch, Perturabo, a warlord, a siege smith, an incel. Single word descriptor, siege. Continuing the trend of our Chaos Legions, we have the Iron Warriors led by Primarch Perturabo of Olympia. To understand the Iron Warriors, though,
they are
one
like
must first understand Perturabo. A man so bitter, coffee beans run for light. A man who hates the world and everyone in it, who never got recognition for his deeds, who
Oh my god, so he's like a Reddit mod? Is that basically his character type? He be on Reddit a little too much?
who hates his brothers and hates their accomplishments even more. Someone so
it's all coming
laughably
together.
petty, so incredibly bitter that he goes full circle to becoming likable. Why?
What?
Because he's competent. The
Oh, okay, so he still gets the job done. I see.
Horus Heresy. We didn't talk about the Horus Heresy. Intermission. So Horus was the Emperor's favorite son, right? You know, so the Emperor walked into his room, Horus said, Dad, I just gifted 150 subs to Amaranth, and she said my name a ton, and she loved me for it. I really think that I might get to meet her one day. And it kind of played out something like this.
Your feelings for her are not real. They are real to me.
And then it started playing out a little bit more like this.
Oh my god, this got cinematic.
Let the seas boil. Let the stars fall. So it takes the last drop of my blood.
Yeah.
Voice acting's good.
So Iron Warriors, the Horus Heresy wouldn't have gotten shit done without Peter Turbo. Imagine an entire faction that is the personification of brutal industrialism, where you serve the Legion until your dying breath. You build and you kill and you siege and you kill and you literally summon demons just to take them and trap them in machines and use them as cannon fodder. This is a thing they do. They summon demons to trap and use as shock troops. The Iron Warriors are siege warfare incarnate. They are heavy weapons, they are tanks, they are turrets, and they don't die. They hate Imperial.
Yeah, how are you supposed to kill him? He's behind like 5 layers of metal.
Imperials. They hate Imperial Fists.
Do you need a pacifier, Iron Baby? No, I don't.
They are bitter incarnate. Perturabo and the Iron Warriors don't serve the Chaos Gods because they like them. They serve them because fuck you.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, let's go.
Not another speeding ticket. I'll fight it in court, but I don't think
He's going through these quick, and they're all really interesting too. But he has good pacing, I think, because 20 is kind of a lot.
they're gonna accept gotta go fast as a medical condition.
The White Scars. Allegiance.
Oh, I like the white and
Loyalists.
red.
Primarch.
Reminds me of,
Jagatai
like, magic,
Khan, a speed
vampires.
demon, a plane strider, a roast god. Single word descriptor, speed. Hailing from Chagoris. The White Scars are all about speed. They love melee, but they love it even more when they are doing it from a motorcycle or land speeder. Or honestly, just running really damn fast. The White Scars are honestly forgotten about a lot, and that's lore accurate. They are a legion that doesn't seek the recognition or glory from the combat they engage in. They
Oh, wait, they're like the middle child faction.
engage in it because it is their duty and because they love it. Not in the insane slaughter enjoyment of loving it, but in the thrill of the fight. They are known as the laughing killers because they ride into battle with a smile on their face and a chuckle in their throat. And as you can tell by their Primarch's name, they are Mongolian based. Remove horses and replace them with motorcycles and land spears, and that's your style. They are heavily based on the old times of Genghis Khan, and you consider this is 40k and everybody's evil. Yeah, that fits. The White Scars are actually physical scars on their body going.
Wait, so there's like no nice people faction where they just like give everybody puppies and kittens and things like that?
Going back to their heritage on Chagoris. The Khan himself is kind of a dickhead, but a reasonable one. He thinks ahead, he's intelligent, he's patient. He is often underestimated because he doesn't scream his accomplishments from the rooftops, which is what makes him and the White Scars dangerous. His skills are kept at bay, only to be truly shown when the time is needed. The White Scars are a forgotten legion often, but that doesn't diminish their accomplishments. All it does is surprise those who underestimate them. Yeah, it's like aura farming. Awesome Mongolian vibe they got going on.
I like the hair coming out of the helmet too. That's really cool.
And if you really like to stab people, that's the White Scars for you. Shameless thirst break. Woof, 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 woof.
Arf, 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 arf.
The Space Wolves. Allegiance, loyal.
Oh, this is the furries. Wait, there's furries in here. Oh, that's awesome. I mean, I'm not a furry anymore. I was, but I like that there's furries. Furry rep.
Primarch, Lehman Russ, a Viking, a savage, the Undertaker. Single word descriptor. Wolf, 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 wolf. There's so many goddamn wolf units. Skater, how many units in the Space Wolves?
Those seem like pretty complicated to paint though, because on the other ones, if you learn how to do like metal texture, I'm pretty sure you can do a lot of stuff, but you would have to learn how to paint fur, which seems a little bit more detailed, and they're really small, so it's probably hard to get the texture.
Codex have the word wolf in their name. The Space Wolves are the 6th Legion and hail from Fenris, a frozen wasteland of a world with their...
Isn't Fenrir kind of like a wolfy word? I think I only know that because I used to play a lot of Disgaea, and I think there's some guy with Fen in his name, and he's a wolf guy too.
Primarch Leman Russ. I don't really need to spend a whole lot of time talking about the Space Wolves because it's very obvious who they are. They are the second most like obvious what their shtick is Legion in the 20 legions besides the Wordbearers. When you look at the Space Wolves behind, what do you see? Do you see Vikings in space? You've done it. Congratulations, you have found Vikings in space. But they have as much in common with a regular Marine as an old day Viking with like a Roman soldier. You see, as a Space Marine, your body is
I know I shouldn't be laughing, but he just looks so scared in there. He's gonna talk about this, let me out, let me out. He just looks so terrified.
So enhanced that you filter out poison, and so you can't get drunk. The Space Wolves distill a special mead out of a horrible poisonous plant that would kill a normal human so they could get drunk. They have fangs in their mouths. They sometimes cannibalize their enemies. Sometimes they eat people because they gain knowledge about them from there and
like
about battle
energy.
plans. The Space Wolves are savages. They're raiders. They're Vikings. But
can the Space Wolves get rabies? Then they could add like biological warfare to their plans. If they bite you, you'll just be rabid.
Despite all of this, they are loyal to their core. Leman Russ is an egotistical guy who just shouts stories and tales of his accomplishments everywhere they can. But at the same time, he was so damn loyal that instead of gunning down his foes, he hit him with a fucking backbreaker to show his devotion to wrestling. If you want Vikings in space, you found it. Play the Vikings in space.
How do you learn all this lore? Just because I'm wondering. I know that there's like the game. We played the game, but a lot of like the Dark Souls lore, you had to read the item description. So it was like a little bit more like you had to put effort in or watch body video, or like you had to like really try to find it. Oh, it's the books. Oh, wait, do they have a lot of books? Kind of like Lord of the Rings, like massive books, or is it just like a bunch of little ones, or are they comics, or how is it? 500 books. Oh my god. You'd have to raid like a Barnes and Nobles. That's so many. Wow. That's really cool though, because then if you really get into Warhammer, you basically have like infinite content, right? Like you could read for forever and ever and ever. And if the power goes out, you're set. Next time I'm in a hurricane because I'm in the South, I'm just gonna buy a bunch of Warhammer books and read through them.
We're gonna build the wall. We have no choice. We have no choice. Build that wall. Build that wall. Build that wall.
The Imperial Fists. Allegiance, Loyalist. Primarch, Rogel Dorn. A builder, a phalanx, and he needs a hand. Single word descriptor, fortify. The Imperial Fists are led by Primarch Rogel Dorn, their homeworld of Inuit. However, they themselves are actually a fleet-based chapter with their main source of recruitment coming from an enormous moon-sized ship called the Phalanx.
Wait, they be going in space and shit. I don't know why I always thought they were just kind of on the ground rolling around in the mud.
Fists are a chapter you think of when you think of duty. They love to serve. The love to serve and the inability to be moved. Rogel Dorn is an architect, a master builder, and basically a rock in brain and body. A lack of humor or ability to lie shows that he is as blunt as the weapons of war he creates.
So basically he just no emotions. Like it's just like, okay, whatever.
Not the swords he makes, but like blunt, strong weapons. The fists are the same. Take your archetypical American Marine style look, a buzz cut, a hard sense of duty, and then throw in some power armor and a love for building defenses, and you have the Imperial Fists. They are immovable. When you find a spot, they're ready to defend. You can't breach them. Their knowledge of defensive warfare is paramount. Without them, the Horus Heresy would have been so much more effective, but thanks to their insane and immovable tenacity, the Imperium lives today. And let's not forget that Iron Warrior and Imperial Fist rivalry. Want to know why the Iron Warriors are so bitter?
Why?
These guys are the reason why.
Guys, bring the thing.
All of the fan art and like the fan works from this community are really good. Like everything he's showing, I can never tell if it's official or if somebody from like the community drew it. Everybody's really good at drawing. I feel like every fantasy-based fandom has amazing artists. And then also JoJo's. For some reason, JoJo's has really great artists too, but I think that's just because Araki's a really great artist and then everybody studies his work.
Where is he going?
Wait, they shut down the fan works? What happened? They just like made them where you can't sell them at conventions or something like that? Is that what happened? It's like a copyright infringement? Interesting. I didn't know that. is fan made.
Killed me. Hey guys, we missed. Get another!
Dorn and Perturabo are basically two sides of the same coin. One is just a bit more level-headed and got better jobs. If you want to be defensive, to be good at everything Space Marines are good at, bolters, heavy weapons, vehicles, you want a classic
Vehicles look
military.
cool. Can they move too? Like, do these have functioning parts? I assume since everybody in the community is pretty artistic because you have to paint all this, they could probably make like movable models. I want to see all the fan works. I assume they're really good. Most are not? Oh, okay. So at least like the painting to me looks really realistic. I would have thought that they moved around too.
Harry fighting force, start fisting.
I am
Oh,
having
remote
a very
controlled
bad
ones? That's
day.
cool.
Today is one of the worst days.
Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go. The Night
Uh-oh, is this a bad
Lords.
one?
Allegiance, Heretic. Primarch,
Yes!
Conrad.
Oh, I already like this one. In Magic, I played like a lot of like black and red or like black and white decks. This is gonna be good. These guys, women like for some reason. Oh. I literally saw him. I saw that he was emo and I immediately was like, yes, my favorite. And I get called out frame 1 already.
Brad Kurz, a sadist, a vigilante, depresso espresso. Single word,
Yeah.
fear. The Night Lords are my favorite legion, hailing from Nostromo and their Primarch,
Everything blows up. Does nobody have a happy life?
Conrad Kurz. They are a
Ooh.
traitor legion from a planet known as the Sunless World or the World of Endless Night. Nostromo
I like
is
this.
a horrible hive city that is known for being host
Is that like Phineas and Ferb? His hair reminds me of Ferb.
to some of the worst gang violence, murder, and
Oh
working
my
conditions around.
God.
The only thing keeping the population in check is the suicide rate. The Night Lords followed in
Wow.
the footsteps of their Primarch, a man who believed in a twisted sense of justice and that the only way to make humans compliant is through fear. The Legion's lesson has been lost on them, as their ranks were repopulated by gang members, murderers, arsonists, torturers, and other words I can't say on YouTube, as young as 12 years old.
Wow, wait, so this is like every big bad in one group, and they just go around and they're just like mean to everybody.
Murderers before they were even teenagers.
Oh, or like the Argonians! Like, what were they called? The Argonians from, Shadow Scale. Is that what they were called? When we were playing Oblivion. They're kind of like that. Like, they're like basically trained to be like killers, and I see. Okay, that's really cool.
Raised to become demigods.
Yeah,
now, fear is what they
Shadow
sow
scales.
and flesh is what they reap. The Night Lords are scum. They are the exact opposite of all other legions.
They don't put their cart back when they go to Target, right? They just leave it in the parking lot and they say, well, they're paid to put them back in the store, so I'm not touching it.
They torture and they maim and they flay because they think it's fun. They run away often so they can come back and kill you with more numbers. They prey on the innocent and the weak. They kill normal civilians because it's easy and flee any battle where they don't possess overwhelming odds.
Maybe I like them because at least they just like embrace bad guy. But I think everybody else, at least some of the stuff that we saw already, they like justify their actions. But they kind of just like, whatever, fuck it, we ball.
They are the antithesis of normal Space Marines. They are scum. One time, a world did not comply to their demands, so they raided one of their ships and brought it into atmosphere. The crowds cheered and clapped as it appears that they had won the battle. And the airlocks opened, and the skinned and flayed bodies of the crew were thrown down in the populace. In other words, a legion of gangers and criminals. Add together a heavy Slavic influence to them, you've got my favorite faction.
You have not done the dishes
That
for
was
5
cool.
years. So embarrassed when people come over here.
What does it matter? You bring them over, you kill them. Vampires don't do dishes.
The Blood Angels. Elite
Oh, and the ships are like cities. Oh, so they're just huge. People be living in there and walking around doing stuff.
Agents, loyal. Primarch, sanguineous. An angel, a vampire, a dead-ass mother.
I love vampires. I don't know why. It was just instilled in me. And I didn't even like Twilight growing up. I was like a very big person who was like, oh, if it's popular, I don't like it because I want to be different. So I was like, yeah, Twilight. Bleh. I just think vampires are hot.
Fucker. Single word descriptor. Blood. The Blood Angels are our 9th Legion, hailing from the homeworld of Baal, with their Primarch, Sanguinius. The Blood Angels are a tragic tale with one of the best Primarchs.
Come on, I saw people saying boo, Blood Angels, boo, but look at the aesthetic. Wow, the gold with the bleeding eyes and the red, that looks awesome.
One beloved by almost everybody, a genuine angelic figure who led his people to glory, killed by the hands of the traitor Horus before the Emperor's eyes.
Whoa, okay, so now it's like kind of like a revenge thing, or this seems very biblical too. A lot of the angel groups, they're very like Bible-y, but in a cool way too.
Death of their Primarch led the entire Legion to madness as their gene seed malfunctioned and created something known as the Black Rage. The Blood Angels degrade over time, experiencing something called the Red Thirst, which gives them a genuine vampiric thirst for blood. As their minds degrade and break down, they get angrier and angrier, becoming berserk killing machines with no other goal than to tear everything in sight apart. But they don't see it as that. They see themselves there at their Primarch's demise with Horus in sight.
See, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, everybody is kind of justifying their actions. Like, I'm doing this because this happened, or I'm doing this because I'm loyal to, like, my friends and things like that. This is, like, another, like, justification for why they act the way that they do.
And to them, it's time for vengeance.
Yeah.
That Space Marine over there, that Chaos Space Marine, that's Horus. Kill him. That Orc War Boss over there, Horus. Kill him. That Tyranid Swarm, 1,000 Horuses. Horai. Kill them all. Did your toast come out a little bit burnt? Horus sabotaged your toaster.
He's like the reverse flash. The biggest haters.
Destroy the toaster. Destroy it. Do it. Do it. Kill your toaster. Do it. This slow, debilitating disease takes over the Blood Angels, and it gives them this angelic, vampire, and Catholic-inspired imagery.
Such a cool aesthetic.
They have chalices of blood. They rest in coffins and can even use...
Wait, what does that say on that coffin? One second, I can go
They
back.
have chalices of blood. They rest in...
Airbnb. I was like, I think I saw an Airbnb ad in there. What is that?
coffins and can even use psychic powers to sprout angel wings from their bodies. They are a tragedy through and through, and the only thing that will look more tragic are the mangled bodies of those they come in contact with.
I got a diesel engine, and honey, we forgot to mention, we're gonna take your job away.
The Iron Hands. Allegiance, loyalist. Primarch, Ferrus Manus, a machinist, an inventor, and not a great head on his shoulders.
They're like engineers. Oh.
Single word, bionics.
Bionic!
The Iron Hands are from the home planet of Medusa and their Primarch, Ferrus Manus. Does Ferrus Manus have an iron hand? You fucking know he's got an iron hand.
Baby.
The Iron Hands believe that the flesh is weakness. But despite all of their enhancements, despite all the things that made them demigods, replacing some of the flesh with bionics will allow them to serve the Emperor.
They're really big bionicles. This is for people who like cool cyborg robot moments, or like what was that one, Metal Gear? Was it Metal Gear Revengeance or whatever? They probably played that game.
More. They go hard into vehicles and dreadnoughts. Dreadnoughts being giant walking sarcophagi that have wounded Space Marines piloting them from the inside. Vehicles, metal upgrades. These are the things that make up this legion.
You could get like a blaster arm. Oh, that would be awesome. And just like shoot people with that.
Their tech marines have servo arms sticking out from all directions. They have a wide array of mechanics and extremely often replace limbs with metal ones, serving all kinds of different functions to deal with their enemies. The Iron Hands are also not particularly nice. They're kind of assholes.
Nice?
I mean, Marines are already normally pretty big assholes, but they're a little bit up there because of their flesh, civilians made of flesh, because
so they're like flesh racist. If you have flesh, they think that they're better than you. Okay, I see how it's going.
You see, the flesh is weak. Flesh is corruptible. Bionics, the strength of the machine is pure and cannot so easily be corrupted. So if you want people who have this little techno-fetishistic vibe to them that love their vehicles and their walking coffins, hit up the Iron Hands.
Understand, Commander? I was never here.
Legion 11.
Wow, we're already to 11. Oh! What? Horrors beyond my comprehension.
Why, hello there. I have returned from touching grass.
Oh.
I know.
That could have went one of two ways.
With the grass touching. And now let's continue our Warhammer lecture.
This ruffles my jammies. Okay, so what's going on here?
Okay, so what's going on?
The World Eaters. Allegiance Heretic.
I don't know. I hear World Eater and I think giant snake worm that eats people. I think that's from Terraria. I can't remember.
Primarch Angron, a butcher, a slaughterer.
Oh, he skipped it.
Earth-shatteringly, unreasonably fuck-ass mad.
Single word description.
Wait, why did he skip it? Can somebody explain that to me in a TLDR? In a TLDR way that won't get me in trouble? We don't talk about 2 and 11. Why? It was purged? Oh, they took it back? Wait, they like what's the word? Retcon? They took it away? Legion 11 were lost. Whoa, this is going deep. What the heck? We don't talk about that. Okay, I won't ask. I won't ask. I was just, wow. They did stuff so bad that nobody wants to remember them. Wow. That's insane because everybody here is doing something absolutely bad and horrible, but their bad was so big bad that they got erased from history.
Descriptor, anger. Hey, you.
Wow.
Yeah, you. Are you mad? Do you just fucking hate everything? Do you want to murder everything in sight and get rewarded for doing so? Then you should join the World Eaters.
Oh, so the World Eaters are like the group that punches a hole in the wall when they lose a video game. I see, I see.
Home planet of Nuceria and Primarch Angron, who, if the name didn't suggest, is real fucking angry.
Yeah.
Angron was raised a slave, forced to fight in gladiator pits.
Wait, this is kind of like Kratos-y, isn't it?
When he refused, they shoved old world tech into his brain, so that if he ever felt any emotion other than anger, it caused him extreme pain. All his sons, wanting to be like their dad, also put a version of these nails in their brain. So now you have an entire legion who literally feel unimaginable pain if they are feeling any emotion other than anger. Slap them with a freight train of armor, 2 goddamn chainsaw axes, and you can see what's gonna happen. It's no wonder they're corrupted by corn.
This is such a cool, like, contrast between all the groups, right? Like, there's the one guy who basically just feels nothing and does the things that he has to do, and this guy who's only allowed to feel anger. That's very interesting dynamic. I think it would be fun to play the game and play against somebody who has like a very opposite like dichotomy than you do.
Porn. They're honestly a surprisingly sad legion that I actually screwed up in assuming that they were all just angry murderers. I mean, they are.
Oh, they're sad.
But they didn't start out that way. Their corn corruption degraded their intelligence, their free will, and made powerful warriors into arguably even more powerful warriors, but blunt, like frothing at the mouth psycho warriors. The World Eaters, like I mentioned in the Space Wolves, they wear their concept on their sleeve.
Yeah.
They are angry, they want to kill things, they want to kill you and maybe some of their friends, and that's the faction.
That's sad. They're basically like just controlled by an emotion. That's horrible.
They're red, they're mad, they're gonna run at you and cause death. If you like that, you play the World Eaters. Or you like it because they were, you know, at one point a lot better than that. Most of Warhammer was a lot better than that. I was once a lot better than that. That was when I was in college. I didn't finish college, and neither did Angron.
Me neither.
It is Hail Caesar.
If it's not done by sunrise, I'll cut your balls off.
The Ultramarines. Allegiance,
Whoa.
Loyalist. Primarch, Rabute Gilliman. That's how it's said. An analyst,
Gilliman.
a diplomat, a blueberry boy scout. Single word descriptor, duty. When you see Space Marines on a box or just Space Marines in promotional material,
Yeah.
notice how they are always colored blue. These
Yeah,
are the
they are blue.
Space Marines.
Blue guy.
These ones here, the Ultramarines, who hail from the world of Macrog with their Primarch,
Oh.
Rabute Gorilla Man.
So is Macrog kind of like Earth in a way? Is it supposed to, are these supposed to be kind of like self-insert guys? Like, I'm that guy for real.
Ultramarines are the white bread of Space Marines. The grilled chicken with salt and pepper.
Oh,
This is
Terra
by
is
no
Earth.
means
Okay.
an insult.
Earth
They
is
are
Earth.
plain Jane, but that's also because they're so goddamn good at their job. Their skill for warfare is paramount, but so is their ability for leadership. Gilliman for a while was a damn boring Primarch for all the reasons he was great, because no matter how hard you try, you don't win a war without logistics, without supply lines, without trade routes, without infrastructure and economy.
Okay.
You don't win anything without all that stuff, and Gilliman knows it.
So they have like big government?
Which is why he has one of the largest standing empires in the Imperium, named
Wow.
Ultramar. Which is why his sons are the most recognizable of all the Space Marines. Which is why the only thing that rivals the weight of their victories is the weight of their egos.
He's an accountant? Oh. Is he actually, or is that just like a meme? Okay, that kind of makes sense though with the way he's explaining everything. He just like crunching the numbers for real.
They are good at everything and bad at nothing. They are great at everything. Other legions can do other things better than them, but they are good at everything. The most interesting thing about the Ultramarines is their characters, as they are all now inflicted with various amounts of Ultra depression for many
they're
reasons.
sad.
Gilliman is, at the time of recording, the only playable Primarch currently on the tabletop, and the
Whoa,
only one
really?
that has returned to the 41st millennium for the Loyalists.
Okay, so are like Primarchs, just to get this right, kind of like planeswalkers? I don't know, or commanders or something like that. So he basically is like playable, but he's big guy in the lore. I don't know. I do want to know because I think that's interesting. I think the game seems cool. Oh, okay, yes. Oh, the leaders of the okay, sons of the emperor. Yeah. So he's like the only one of the 20 sons that you can actually play in the game. Oh, how old is this video? Even now, is he the only one that you can play? Or 18, I guess, yeah. 2 years ago? Is he still the only one? There are more now? Oh, okay, so they added more. That's really cool. I like that they're still adding stuff.
He took one look at what his empires become and immediately wanted to fucking die. Being forced to lead everything he once hated, an Imperium rotten to its core with his sole responsibility to save it, is kind of what makes him interesting. They are a perfectly standard legion with perfectly standard ideals, and great if you want a simple, clean slate.
Okay. Stinky. That's just kind of like the vanilla ice cream of all of them. Like, just kind of like normal. They're just normal guy.
Funny poop funny.
The Death Guard. Allegiance, Heretic. Primarch, Mortarian.
Whoa, wait, they're kind of like, what is the name of it? I keep comparing it to other games, sorry. But kind of reminds me of that Hearthstone class where he also looks kind of like this and can summon stuff. Oh, wait, they shoot farts? Oh, ew, stinky, ew. Yeah, Gul'dan. This reminded me of Gul'dan.
A Reaper, a poison, an ungodly stench. Single word descriptor, rot. The Death Guard hail from Barbaros with the Primarch Mortarian. The 14th Legion were known for their incredible resilience to damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Wait, so I only wash my hair once a week. Does that mean I'm accepted here? Maybe they'll be my favorite because they don't mind it. I'm stinky.
The Imperial Fists were defensive thanks to tactics and posturing. The Death Guard were resilient because they could take a punch or a gut shot or a cannon to the chest and just keep on moving. They are slow, yet they are resistant, which was only confounded as a Death Guard captain, Typhus, codename Dickhead, sold them out to Nurgle, god of rot and
Wait, that is a blobby mother sucker. Oh my god, you could probably bounce on him like a trampoline. Holy crap, look at him!
decay. Now, the Death Guard are a Nurgle-worshipping infected legion whose ability to feel pain and take damage has all but just gone away. They wade through gunfire, able to kill normal Marines 10 times over and continue unharmed, all while spreading rot
so they're
and
like
disease.
tanks? Yeah, wait, that kind of is like imagine just like big tank and then they shoot out like fart gas.
In the name of their dark, very stinky master. Where the Death Guard enter, plague spreads. People get sick and they die. They spread debilitating disease to all around them. Why would a legion need to be anything more than very tanky when their enemies are falling over, puking, firing out of both ends, and having their skin peel off just by their presence? Entire worlds infested with a zombie rot, swarms of insects that eat flesh and metal.
Oh, ew, I didn't even think about that. They're probably like always followed by a bunch of flies and nastiness. Ew.
Like, all while the Legion advances slowly, painfully, allowing the disease they spread to take its toll before they reap the lives they believe belong to them. And look at Mortarian's model, dude. The man is baller as fuck.
Yeah,
a gigantic
I like the hood.
moth with a
The red and the green look really good together. Look, here's your art lesson. Guys, I know. I paid for art school like an idiot, but I didn't finish my degree, okay? Look, the red and the green, they're complementary colors, which means they're gonna make each other go boom, 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 and flash in your eyes.
the gigantic scythe.
Good
Come
art
on
direction.
Now. The Death Guard.
Uh-oh. My next trick! I think I've seen this guy before! Wait, the helmet is so iconic. I actually think I've seen that guy, or at least art of that guy.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
The Thousand Sons. Allegiance, Heretic. Primarch, Magnus the Red. A Scholar. A Sorcerer.
You were right. I was thinking of Radon. I'm such an idiot.
A fucking nerd. Single word descriptor? Magic. The Thousand Sons hail from their homeworld of Prospero, with their Primarch Magnus the Red. The final of our 4 major Chaos God factions.
Aw, no,
the Thousand
there's only 4
Sons are
left.
disciples of Zeech, the Changer of Ways. Heavily inspired by their Egyptian theming, the Legion themselves are slaves to the god of trickery and change. Most of them no longer even having a physical.
Wow, like the headpieces are awesome. I love when there's like Egyptian inspiration and character design. It always comes out so cool.
Form, reduced to just dust, piloting suits of armor at the whim of a sorcerer leader. The Thousand Sons do not deserve their fate. There's a common joke that Magnus did nothing wrong. This is untrue. He has done much wrong. However, he is very sympathetic, mainly because the Space Wolves and Leman Russ sought to end their rivalry through the annihilation of their legion, escaping only through the assistance of the Changer of Ways, and forever changed because of it. Meanwhile, magic is their main tool. Take some Lovecraftian style abilities, the eyes everywhere, and potent spells to be cast at their foes, whether these are bolts of psychic lightning, reversing time itself, opening up portals to unreality, or changing the very fabric of the universe. The Thousand Sons sorcery knows
they've got every OP Yu-Gi-Oh card at their disposal. They are Exodia.
no bounds, and they are very good at it. If you're a fan of like wizards, your classic style of spellcaster, and you want a ton of them combined with a tragic backstory and a Primarch who, like Mortarian, looks fucking baller, the Thousand Sons are for you.
You fucking asshole! There's no way, you're a fucking cheater.
Sore loser.
You're a cheater. My dad works at Nintendo!
The Sons of Horus, or the Luna Wolves, or the Black Legion. Allegiance, Heretic. Primarch, Horus, a warlord, a treasured friend, or the traitor himself. Single word descriptor, assault. The Sons of Horus are the formal name of Horus's legion, hailing from the world of Chthoniya. The Sons of Horus themselves were assault troops. The strength of their attack was some of the most powerful in the legions. While the White Scars may favor speed for their strikes, the Sons of Horus were known for their overall offensive power. It was even said that if
so they just have like 900 strength? Is that what that is? He basically just like put all of his points into strength and he carried a big sword?
The Sons of Horus met the Imperial Fists, they would be at a stalemate for eternity. However, the Sons of Horus are no longer because, well,
I kind of like the hat. It reminds me of like a scrubber. What happened?
They are now instead the Black Legion, led by Abaddon the Despoiler, who claims to succeed where his father failed. The Black Legion are still an offensive and assault-based force, but they act much like the Ultramarines, but for chaos. Your standard black and brass Space Marine, who are known for recruiting in all different kinds of avenues. Anyone can become a member of the Black.
Wait, they're all bald? I have have bald pride. All my mods are bald. We love bald people here. Hi, bald people. I hope you're having a good day. And if you're this far in the video and you're bald, I love you.
Legion. Anyone can swear allegiance to the War Master. You gain favored by not just one, but all 4 gods equally. Their famous line, "Let the galaxy burn," is the best way to describe them. It doesn't matter what the outcome is. So long as the Imperium dies, the Black Legion has done its job. They are a legion formed from hatred and spite with a clear goal in mind. As the Dark Gods are calling, and the Black Legion are sure to answer.
Hello. Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ?
No.
Wait, if this is 17, then there's only a couple left. Oh.
It wasn't fucking optional!
The Wordbearers. Allegiance, heretic.
Whoa, I like the tummy. It looks like it's like kind of exposed a little
Primarch, Lorgar Aurelian, a preacher, a fanatic,
oh, they're like holy?
choir boy. Single word descriptor, zeal. If the Black
League of Legends, thank you. I get it. That's all I had to hear. Thank you.
Legion answer the call of the Dark Gods, what if instead you decide to call the gods first? Well, then the Wordbearers are for you. The 17th Legion, led by...
Oh my god, is that not like a slay pose? Face card is insane. Look at that. I don't even think I can do that. Okay, tell me if I'm doing the same thing.
Primarch Lorgar on the planet of Colchis.
Oh. Yay!
Originally obsessed with worshiping the Emperor of Mankind.
Can I never be happy for anybody here, man?
As a god, they found that despite his divinity, he was not worthy of worship because, you know, he razed their equivalent of Jerusalem to the ground for daring to worship him. Like, could you imagine if God actually showed up and was just like, Jerusalem is stupid, it just destroyed the whole thing? Like, what would that do to your head? But there are gods that want worship and will reward those who do. The Wordbearers are chaos worshippers to a T. All chaos gods. They specialize in demonic rituals, the summoning of demons, and the mutual possession of their own troops. They welcome demons to their bodies to fight as well.
Dude, looking at this now, do people add lights to their models? That would be so cool if it like glowed from the inside. That looks so awesome.
1, they exalt the Dark Gods themselves for aid, and guess what? They answer. In the world of 40K, Satan doesn't just call you back. He hops in his GT Mustang and he crashes on your couch. In the world of 40K, your rituals will end with genuine results. The Wordbearers know this. They know through sacrifices, through devotion, through dark baptism, the gods will answer and they will be rewarded. So they use it. They bring forth demons. They bring forth possessions. They bring forth the power of the Neverborn, the damned, and those that hide in the dark to bear.
So is this like a summoning group of people? I'm still trying to understand like the game a little bit. You can basically like summon little minions and go beep, 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 beep. That's my assumption.
They're against the Imperium.
Like Jumanji.
Lorgar sits there, smiling, as the truth he always knew, the existence of gods and the importance of faith is a reality.
Do not put your hands in that guy's mouth.
It is a tool he is using
they have
to
buffs.
rend
Okay.
the galaxy.
Dear Sir Stroke Madam.
Oh, somebody in chat earlier said salamanders. I thought they were going to be actual salamanders. I thought they were going to be giant salamanders in suits. And when you talk to them, you're like,
Fire! Exclamation mark. Fire! Exclamation mark. Help me.
The Salamanders. Allegiance, loyalist. Primarch, Vulcan, a forge master, a behemoth, a very huggy boy. Single word descriptor, fire. The Salamanders hail from Nocturne, a volcanic planet home to their Primarch Vulcan. They are the largest of the Space Marines, not due to numbers, but rather size.
Oh, they're just huge?
He is an enormous slab of beef, by far the largest of all.
look at how big. What the hell? Do they have like size comparison charts? This is insane. And look at the vascularity.
All the Primarchs. However, don't let his size fool you, as he is also the kindest. Salamanders.
He has a heart. Oh my god, was this a class for the ladies?
Have the juxtaposition of looking frightening, being larger than other Marines, while also boasting an ashy, like coal color skin and blazing red eyes, while simultaneously carrying around all manner of flame weaponry. So your average civilian might be spooked, but in reality, they are by far.
The
kindest of all the legions to those civilians. Vulcan believes that to safeguard the Imperium is to, at the end of the day, I mean, safeguard its people. So unlike other legions who put their lives far and above the average human, the Salamanders spend significantly more time trying to save them.
Wait, so they're just nice, as far as you can go. They're nice guys? Aww.
Often taking numerous losses by doing so. They are very independent as well. They're forgers and blacksmiths.
Salamanders are good, but they also had done a wee bit of well, I mean, at least they like kitties and puppies.
Maintaining their own weapons and crafting versions of it. They also have the very rare privilege of being able to see their families even after becoming a space marine.
Wait, they have families? I forgot that people be breeding and shit. Oh my god, but they actually get to have a family. They probably have Christmas.
They care, which is the funny part, because the 7.5 foot tall giant with flaming red eyes who just reduced a traitor to bubbling metal says, "You have nothing to fear, young citizen. Take my hands." If you enjoy fire, melting things, and being the nicer of the Marines, Salamanders are for you.
I like them.
Sneak attack!
Oh, are they like stealthy?
Sneak attacks don't work if you yell it out loud.
The Raven Guard. Allegiance, Loyalist. Primarch, Corvus Corax. A raven.
Oh,
a shadow.
I love the names. They're like so on the nose, but not in a cheesy way, if that makes sense. Like Corvus is a cool name for like a raven kind of guy.
An industrial dance DJ. Single word descriptor, stealth. The Raven Guard are the final.
Wait, how are you stealthy in a big ass suit? What if your boots start squeaking?
Loyalist Legion at 19 and hail from the planet Deliverance with Primarch Corvus Corax. If it hasn't been made clear enough already, the Raven Guard are stealth specialists and proficient in all manners of assassination. Despite this, their signature winged jump pack and double lightning claw look is, well, not very stealthy. They are named after, of course, the Raven and embody the entire concept of it.
This is Edgar Allan Poe. Awesome.
As a herald of death. They are stealthy, patient.
Oh, wait, the masks are so cool. I'm not even kidding. They have like the most awesome design. It reminds me of like Plague Doctor. That's so awesome.
Hunters that have no problem with waiting and waiting and waiting until the moment to strike is at hand.
Cool.
It's not
That's my favorite so
being
far.
A stealth faction when your stealth involves people in 1 ton of power armor, but they find a way. That more than anything, it should not be used to show how ridiculous 40K is, even though it is, but rather to show how good the Raven Guard are at their jobs. It's not about them sneaking around you without being seen, but it's also about them having lied in wait for so long that it wasn't until they were in striking distance that you even realized they had been there.
Yeah,
and also,
they're
if
patient.
you want, Edgelord Marines with a long black haircut, pale skin, ravens everywhere. If you want to field assassins and snipers abound, then the Raven Guard.
This little guy right here, I thought he had like a kitty cat mouth. Like the way it looks is so cute. It's kind of like :3.
Harder for you.
It could be in this very room. It could be you. It could be me. It could even be... Whoa! It was obvious.
The Alpha Legion. Allegiance?
Oh, the hood's
Heretic.
cool.
Primarch, Alfarius, and Omegon. Saboteurs, destabilizers, they're in your walls. Single word descriptor, espionage. Finally,
they're spies.
20th Legion, the Alpha Legion, led by Alfarius and Omegon. The only Legion to have 2 Primarchs who were split as twins. The Alpha Legion are...
Wait, that's awesome. They're like the twin guys. What a cool concept. Oh, awesome.
Are heretical. We think and specialize in destabilization of society and armies. Their entire shtick is the Hydra.
Because they're twins too! Wow, what a good idea!
When you cut off one head, 2 more take its place. All of the Alpha Legion look exactly like their Primarch. Olive skin, shaved head. All claim to be Alfarius.
And crazy tats.
All are liars. They make the largest use of sleeper cells and cultists in the Chaos Space Marine factions because it's extremely easy to take over a planet when you
Poison our water supply, burn our crops, and deliver the plague unto our houses!
Where the Raven Guard use stealth and sabotage to eliminate their enemies, the Alpha Legion prefer to weaken them over time with sleeper agents, impersonations, basically anything you can imagine from a hardcore spy movie or
So it's like mental warfare, kind of, just like messing with their mental.
Or Cold War level espionage. Being Alfarius is not only an honor, being Alfarius is a requirement.
That's why they shave their heads, so that way the crazy like mental games radiate off the top. It's how they send out like their waves.
There's a story of someone chasing down an Alpha Legion agent for years upon years, and when they finally catch up with them and they see that the agent is wearing the same face as their pursuer, because this was the plan all along, to kill him and take his spot. We're talking facial reconstruction surgery, we're talking hacking, we're talking...
This is like heavily dedicated haterism. They begin surgery to fuck with people. That's insane.
Talking political assassination and impersonation, everything. They are Space Marines in name only. Because
so do they mess with like you guys remember the Smurf Blue guys? The ones that had like their own like huge society and shit? Do they mess with them a lot? Because they have like a really big infrastructure and it seemed like a huge government. They seem like they're kind of like their aunties for real.
Because being a strong stoic warrior is not what the Alpha Legion is interested in. In fact, the Alpha Legion is interested in you not even knowing that the Alpha Legion is a thing. I am Alfarius. You are Alfarius. We are all Alfarius in his Lord's glorious army.
Cool.
Thank you everyone so much for watching this.
The end? I thought there would be more. That went by really fast. That was the fastest 41 minutes ever. That was so interesting.
Video. I hope you learned a little something. I hope if you were on the fence about what Space Marines you wanted to field, you would now have a better idea of what you want to play. Buy my gamer sub Shaker.
I will.
It's on sale. It's on pre-order. It's ready to go. Just get it. Just get it. Use code Bricky. It's in the description. Just get it. And a huge thank you to all of my patrons over on patreon.com/Bricky and the members on the YouTube channel. Your names are here. I thank you a ton. You are all very generous. And I need to answer a question. Have you ever attempted to touch grass but end up touching the Destiny 2 loading screen?
No, but sometimes I do end up on Steam just scrolling around, then I get hit with like 10 games. That I don't purchase.